Hey, welcome back. Hey, this one's gonna be a little different because I didn't cut an intro at the time. We had gone, my son-in-law was still here, and we had gone back up just to start messing with the boat. And we were just gonna fill the tires up, and then that led to, let's see if we can get these engines. I thought I was gonna have to take them off. And so that kind of led into us messing with the engines, and we started playing with that, trying to get that engine lifted because the engine was on the ground and would drag, so we couldn't move the boat. We really wanted to move the boat, or I did, because I wanted to get it down in my house where my tools are, my water sources, and my electric source and all that. Up at our neighborhood boat storage, there just isn't any of that up there. So, so basically, it's kind of odd the way that the video is going to cut through. It really wasn't planned. It was just us screwing around at the last minute, trying to get the boat out of there and get it to the house. And so we'll go from there. But thanks for joining me and tuning back in. Appreciate you. Welcome to my life. So we couldn't have a video of a boat without fixing something. So we're gonna put air in the tires. I love this little DeWalt thing. What was it, 65? You can set with this little DeWalt pump, you can set the target and you just hit the button, it goes up to it. Boom. All right, we're showing up a few hours later. Yeah, don't step on that. No, no. She's dried up at least. So probably the first time it hasn't been water in here now in years. There you go. So she's drying up. It's been a few hours. So we're gonna come in here and see what's in this. We're gonna find a little treasure maybe. The guy didn't know the combination. We asked him. Oh, he did tell us one to try. Let me try that first. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's just cut it. That worked. Good luck. All right, there's gonna be treasure in here from this sunken ship. Roaches. Yeah. Nasty. All right, Roach Hotel. Well, we found the Roach Hotel. I think that's the only part we didn't get in before. And woodwork galore. Need a fire extinguisher, huh? Don't have one. All right. Comes with cigarettes. We got some Virginia Slims. That's what I'm talking about. Woo! Yuck. Looking at all the stuff we got to take off to get this engine off here. Because the engine's got to come off. I don't know if I got a good view earlier, but you can see it in there now. The sun's kind of hitting it right there. She's cracked. So we got to take the steering stabilizer off, control cables, power cables, gas, oil lines, 2 bolts on the top, and I'm assuming 2 bolts on the bottom. But I think I have to get in here. That's what we're thinking. I have to pull this panel to get in there. Might be able to get through here. I don't know. Sorry, boat people, if I'm driving you crazy. I'm not a boat guy. That's why I don't know. I do watch that boat guy. Oh, that's the fuel tank. All right, well, we know where that is now. And I don't want to stick my hand in there right now because I don't know what's living in there. But there probably is access to get to the backside of them bolts. Man, this is nasty. It's been growing. Nastiness, nastiness. Oh, there's a drain plug over here. It just clogged up. Ugh. Look at that. Would you look at that? Would you just look at that? That's nasty. Boat's growing. Boat's growing. All right. Well, it seems sealed. So we'll have to pull it and find out. But they seem sealed. I mean, the panels, they're not, the sealing around them is not, but it sure is weak. So we'll have to pop those open and check it out. Let's throw this thing out for sure. Junk. What if that's from somebody else's boat? They just dropped it in here. That's just trash. Yeah, it does. It goes on a bow runner, yeah. Yeah, who knows what's in there. Let me just put it in there. Boy, that floor is soft right there, though. All right, well. You see, we got 4 boats. We'll have to get in underneath this floor to get these bottom 2 and get the top 2. I've got to get this engine off to move it. Maybe put it on a pallet and then forklift it back down the house. Of course, forklift it up, but we don't know where to wrap our tie downs. Do we wrap them underneath this thing and then around like that, or how do we do this? Hopefully I can find that on YouTube tonight so we can get this one motor off for sure. I think that one will ride for now. We'll see. I thought this was pretty crazy. These bees died up in the inlets. They just got in there and decided that's where they're gonna die. She's a project. Spark plugs ain't even rusted. Not even on the outside, they're not even rusted. So they're probably gonna be good. I don't see anything wrong with them. We'll have to pull them and check them, but I mean, you'd think that the outside, if it got salt water on it or whatever, this outside would be rusted for sure.
Cool.
Surprisingly, I don't see anything eating the wires. That's normally what happens out here. It's dirty, but I don't see rotten eating, you know. Yeah, all right. So let me put the cover back on and we can call it a day. Oh man. Oh, we gotta fill tires. What are we doing? So we don't know if I got a tab issue, but you can see at the distance there, this tab's kind of up on this side, and you go on the other side, that one's kind of down. So again, not knowing a whole lot about these yet. I'm not sure what's going on there. Might just be one sank down and one didn't, I don't know. All right, so I thought we were done videoing, but we can't leave well enough alone. We want to get it down to the house where I got my tools and stuff, and my son-in-law leaves tomorrow, so he won't be here to help me anymore. But we're thinking we're gonna pry this right here. We think it's stuck up here, so we're gonna grease that fitting up here top. And then we're gonna pry right here. We gotta be real careful. We can't just lift up on this like we normally would, because you know the other side of this is cracked, and I definitely don't want to crack the outside. So we're gonna try to pry with the pry bar gently after we grease it. He's shot it with some brake free already, and we're gonna continue to, and then we're gonna give this a whirl. If it moves, if we can get it to move, we'll do it. Because we think once the engine's lifted, most of the weight will be on that side and won't be really pulling like it is right now. And just enough to, you know, limp it to the house, which is just right down the street. But it's hard to work out here in this field. I mean, there's nothing here. So if you're out in the sun, I got no electric, or you know, only the tools I bring. So we definitely want to try to get it down to the house. It'd be much easier on me down there. So, all right, so we're gonna go at it, and we'll give you an update in a bit. All right, so we don't have the keys yet. We chopped it out to get the keys. The guy was out. We need to raise the hydraulics basically to get this up. There's no way to force it because it's locked in. So we're gonna add power to it and then see if we can't do the hydraulics without a key, which I don't think you can, and he doesn't think you can, but we're gonna try. Because what else can you do while you're waiting on a guy that never leaves his house, that is now not home, who has the keys? So we'll give it a whirl. We'll let you know what goes on here in a second. Okay, Mark, go ahead, but be very, very careful. Oh, hey, windshield wipers work. We got windshield wipers. All right, lit off. I'll get the camera up there. Hey, if nothing else, we have windshield wipers. All right, go ahead, do power. I'll see if I can't find the switch. Wipers, yep, wipers are on. That's hilarious. Well, we can do wipers without the key. Bunch of horns. See if the horn works. Nope, horn don't work. You still got it on? Oh, put it on. Hey, we got a horn. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if you heard that or not, but you still got it on?
Yep. Got solenoid's ticking.
So it must be frozen up, huh? Oh.
Right motor.
All right, so that one works. Yeah. I gotta be careful. I don't want to break that transom. So I'm hitting it over and over again is what I'm doing. All right. So what I did was, and this is crazy, but in electrical class, you know, if you bang on a motor, sometimes it does. So I banged on the hydraulic motor. So we're gonna give that a whirl. Go ahead and hook her up there. We're gonna see if we can't get anything out of this. Oh. Uh-oh, which way is it going?
Going down.
And that,
No, it's pulling back on the wall.
yeah. Okay, but it is working now. Hang on, I'm gonna put this camera somewhere so it's filming you, because all I'm gonna do is push a button. You could die. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna watch Mark die. Now, basically, you see that bar down there underneath it? Yeah, so you just gotta flip underneath it if you get that far. All right, ready? Is that right way? I'm letting it down. So it ain't gonna lift, huh? All right, so this is kind of crazy, but we ended up putting a bunch of tie-down straps to the tops of the motors to pull that transom up, and then ran them up to the tie-down points on both sides of the boat. So we got 3 straps pulling that transom up, and then we're gonna try firing this up and see if we can't lift this motor this time. We think that it's not coming up because it keeps bending the transom and it doesn't have anything to grip onto, so we're gonna find out. We're gonna go ahead and hook the battery up there, Mark. All right, so that didn't work yet. We're not ripping the transom apart, so that's good. Something's still stopping that from coming up, so we're gonna check that out. We'll be back. All right, this is crazy, but all we had to do was turn the camera off, and then like 2 minutes of us looking at it, and then all of a sudden it came up. So it's up now. Go ahead and you can film that, Mark, if you would. It's up now, and we're just gonna lower it back down onto it, and then go from there. That's pretty exciting. Okay, we're gonna lower down. You ready, Mark? All right, she's on, right? And there's a hook. I don't know where the hook went. It's probably right there somewhere. Oh, here it is. It's all stretched out. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it's gonna have to do. Wow, what a major feat. I'm stoked. We got these 2 engines up. It just needed to be moved. It just hadn't moved in so long. We have definitely propped her up to the front, so she's tied down. We want to be very careful though on the way home that we don't bounce it too much before we pull that engine, because we definitely don't want to crack the outside shell. But man, am I excited. We're gonna get this sucker out of here. I wanted to get it to the house because it's so much easier to work on your stuff when you have all your tools and everything right there. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Go ahead.
Up there. Here you go. Oh, this wasn't up. Here. There you go. I'll keep it from flying. I don't do the front on the one either. Look at that. That's so sweet. They're in the air. All right, we just need to get our tie-down strap. Nice. That boat's been sitting with that motor down for 8 years. So the story, of course, is that it got drugged from California. I think I already told the story, but the motor fell off the mount and was bouncing, and the guy didn't stop, and that's why it's ripped. So we got a lot of work to do there. We'll figure it out though. Lots of time, but boy, that's exciting just to get that part done. Now let's get the truck hooked up to her and get her down to the house. Something tells me we ain't gonna have brake lights. I guess we'll be fixing that. That'll be a great project. Do a little brake free. Spray it all up in there too. This is how we pulled the boat the other day, the small boat. We gotta go back and swap the hitch out real quick. We'll be back. Pull forward, you mean? Two chains. Ooh. Will she move? All the axles moving? She's heavy. I'm gonna back her up because I want to keep her on the gravel. Isn't it crazy? It'll go backwards, but it won't go forward? So I'm gonna put the ruts back here. I didn't realize that's what it was. How's them motors doing back there? Ooh, bouncy. That's the craziest thing.
That makes no sense. All right, go. Boat free. Here we go.
It's this right here. So these are hydraulic brakes. So what it's doing is it's locking up off this. I don't know why, but it is. So it's when it shoves in and then it locks that brake. So it's the brakes actually doing that. I may end up popping the line because that's what's causing it. But let's get this thing closed up and then I'll come back with my tractor tomorrow and do some grading. All right, we made it out to the road. We got an axle locking up. I'm not sure if it's the hydraulic brake mechanism that's making it lock or if it's the bearing itself. We greased the crap out of them before we came out here. It took a lot of grease. So we'll just continue to watch it. I think it'll be fine on the road. I'll have to come back and grate the neighborhood parking lot there tomorrow or something, but if it's not raining. But there you go. We got old Grady out of there. Grady Wise heading to the house. Pretty good day considering this video was only supposed to show you what I got. Yeah. All right, we made it. We got the Grady home. She's in the driveway. She's a big boat. Makes my excavator look small. That's cool. I had a lot of work to do on her, but that was great. Y'all help me out and like and subscribe to my channel, Shots Life, on YouTube.